All right, NFL playoff weekend. Let's pick them. Saturday, 3:30 on Fox, Rams, Panthers. Anyone have the balls to pick Carolina again?
No. Not straight up.
Ooh, maybe some degenerate selections coming up. Rams.
I will pick the Rams either way. Spread or straight up. I think the Rams destroy them.
Devontae is back.
Yeah, I'm going Rams. I do think it's going to be closer than expected. I mean, because the Panthers, you guys talked about it. They beat them not too long ago. But, yeah, I'm going to go Rams over Panthers in a close one.
This is the largest home dog in playoff history. And the other three, all covered. And this one's bigger. But I think obviously the Rams are going to win.
Packers, Bears, I'm having an extremely hard time with tomorrow night at 7 o'clock on Prime, which Al Michaels, the news just coming in, he will return next year.
He'll be 82. And
Bobby applauding.
He is a legend. He is maybe the GOAT. Maybe.
Okay.
Of all play-by-play.
Hagee nailed it the other day. Listening to him call a game at this point, it's this conflicted feeling of like, comfort. That sounds like football. That sounds like, and then also being like, oh my God, he's so bored. Like it's such weird conflicted
I always thought he was casual though.
Yes, he was.
I always thought, and to me, the big difference is like Herb Street last night and tonight. One thing in life I know about sports fans, they're never satisfied with an announcer.
Never.
Herb Street was trending, and then I saw his dog. It was way too much dog. He's on the field pregame, he's on the set, blah, blah, blah. He's got 13 videos about the dog, as Craig Carton would complain about.
Replacement dog.
And Peyton would complain about as well. But the rest was just destroying Herb Street. I think Herb Street in college is phenomenal. I think probably the most untouchable announcer right now is Greg Olson, and that's not going to change because he's been buried in the 2 role.
Right.
But Herb Street with Al versus Herb Street with Fowler, it's night and day. Herb Street is, in my opinion, phenomenal on college calls, and then he's dragged down a little bit by the Al energy.
Yeah, Greg Olson's probably the top, free from criticism, analyst of the play-by-play guys. I think it might be Tirico. He still has some critics, but most people I think generally like Tirico.
Yep. So Packers Bears.
I think the Bears are going to win. The weather is not going to be it's going to be drizzling.
33.
Yeah, it's going to be drizzling, and that could turn into a downpour.
Chicago Bears. Green Bay's favored by 1.5.
I'm starting to really like Caleb. Not because he's not consistent yet, but he does make some throws that are like, okay, you could see why this was like the number 1 pick.
Yeah,
I like him, so I think the Bears win this.
I would like to pick Green Bay just from the perspective of I'd love to see how Chicoline rolls in here on Monday when that happens. But this is not just wishful. I think Chicago's going to win. I just think Green Bay's gotten banged up here at the end of the season.
You've been a Green Bay lover more than any of us.
I know, but I cooled off of them the last 6 weeks of the season. And Chicago has kept on winning. Now they kind of lucked out beating Green Bay recently, but I think that this will be Chicago. And
from the 9-3-6, the year Pearl Harbor was attacked was the last season the Bears beat the Packers in the playoffs.
So they split in the regular season, 28-21 Chicago at Soldier Field. Wait a second, I'm sorry. Green Bay beat them 28-21 at Lambeau. Then they lost at Soldier Field 22-16.
Matt LaFleur, by the way, at 46 years old, the oldest head coach in the NFC playoffs.
The oldest?
Mm-hmm.
God.
What do you think, Pepe?
I think this one's going to be an ugly, low-scoring game. All defensive game. It's going to be cold out there, but look, the Packers have Trayvon Diggs, so you never know. You might get a couple takeaways there, or Caleb Williams will throw for 400 yards just throwing towards Trayvon Diggs. But I have the Bears in a low-scoring game.
My gut's telling me, look at Aiden. Aiden's not happy. My gut's telling me Chicago too. In a low scoring one. Of course, I want the Bears to win for the Cowboy draft pick, but now if it gets ugly, Josh Jacobs is a battering ram. Turning that over to him. I love Josh Jacobs. Should have picked him in fantasy, but I'll go Chicago there with that selection. next. So those are the games to start off. We're just going right in order. Sunday at noon, Bills-Jags.
This is a tough one. I could absolutely see both teams coming away with the win. I can see it being just a back and forth heavyweight fight. I do think these are the two best teams in the AFC. The winner of this game is your AFC champ.
Why didn't you have the Bills in your top 5?
Because I think you're going to lose to Jacksonville.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I had to keep them out. So I'll take the Jags.
Yeah, this is Buffalo, and I think this is the end for Cinderella here. So I think that this will be the game where Trevor being Trevor kind of shows up and pops, and it's like, oh yeah, they were kind of smoke and mirrors a little bit that whole time. But defensively, if they lock in, that'll be a problem. But I think Buffalo wins this.
Yeah, it's come to the point where I'll be surprised if the Bills win this game. Jaguars at home, yeah. They've won 8 in a row. They're playing out of their mind. Trevor Lawrence is playing like an MVP second half of the year.
No,
and
he is not.
The Bills just The Bills just got shut out basically by the Eagles. They played really pathetic there at home. So I got the Jags beating the Bills.
Y'all literally just say stuff sometimes. Trevor Lawrence is not an MVP in the second half of the year.
The only other two guys in the history of the NFL that had 19 passing touchdowns and 5 rushing touchdowns over an 8-game stretch won the MVP.
So? I don't care.
So over the last half, that is playing like an MVP.
No, that was not an MVP player.
But factually, that has happened.
Oh, this pains me. I'm going to pick Jacksonville.
Oh, baby! How?
I don't. And it's not. It is a combo. Like, Buffalo just, it feels like it can be clunky and like Josh doesn't have the support or Josh is going to make some mistakes. I haven't felt great about watching them consistently. Jacksonville is rolling. I will end up getting fooled by them beating down, I'm sure, some of their AFC South opponents. I want to be right about Trevor Lawrence not being great. I'm not saying he's great, but I'm believing in Liam Cohen right now at home with 7 people swimming while watching them.
They've got a decent resume. Like they've beaten some quality teams this year.
I'm going to pick Jacksonville. Here we go.
Why did he say that?
3:30 on Fox. San Fran at Filthy.
I'm taking San Fran. I think San Fran's going to win this game. I don't trust Jalen Hurts right now. I don't trust that Philadelphia. They're going to go. They're the only team that's not even going to talk to each other in the locker room. I'd be surprised if Sirianni even's going to go in there and give a pep talk. It's going to be the quietest locker room ever.
You know that man cannot avoid a corny pep talk like with his growing plants and things like that.
Is San Fran healthy? Because
are they ever? Yeah, it doesn't feel like it,
dude.
You got to explain this story to me.
Okay. Let me pull this up here. So, have you seen the Twitter thread out there about the low frequency electromagnetic fields?
Yeah, Holland was tweeting about that, right?
So an electronic substation is right outside of, is it State Farm Stadium?
Whatever that
is. Who cares?
Right,
San Fran Stadium.
So it's right outside, and it's right next to their practice field. Well, electromagnetic fields degrade collagen, weaken tendons, and cause soft tissue levels at what regulators call an unsafe level. Well, ever since San Fran moved their practice facility to this spot, they have led the NFL in injuries ever since then. And the theory is that they are top 5 in adjusted games for loss, 10 of 11 seasons, 7 to 8 full Achilles/patella ruptures. The league averages 2 to 3 a year total. The whole league.
Yeah.
They've got 7 to 8. 40-plus major hamstring and calf injury. It's crazy. And then the theory is that they have so many, milligauss of energy flowing through their practice field, even at 8 a.m., when you're not at peak electric time, that it's causing all these injuries at this practice facility, and that's why the Niners are so hurt.
And that is the exact reason why I'm picking Philadelphia to win. I want San Francisco to win. Watching how frazzled San Francisco got by Seattle's defense and just knowing how physical Philly's been playing lately, I think they're going to go in there. They're going to go in there and try and bully San Francisco, and it'll probably work. So I think Philly's winning this one.
Yeah, this one hurts, but I'm going to go Philly here. The line keeps moving. Vegas keeps, saying Philly's going to win this game by maybe a touchdown. Yeah, I just don't understand that. I think it's going to be closer than that, but I have Philly winning this in the end, just mainly because, they're at home, and Brock Purdy on the road in the playoffs, I don't believe in him.
Oh, whoa! I'm gonna pick San Francisco. I'm going to go with the 49ers on the road. Sunday night, Chargers at Pats. I already got a $200 bet with Tolo Luis, so I'm picking New England.
I will take New England as well. I don't know how I feel about this game from a point spread perspective.
Well, just tell me how many you think New England scores, because the Chargers score 20 every week.
28.
They're superstar stud quarterback.
The weather, it's not going to be like your typical New England day. It'll be cold, but it won't be like snowing or sleet and freeze and rain. I'll take the Pates. I call them the Pates.
The Pates.
Patriots, Pates.
Yeah, we get it.
I'm
It's
rooting.
just dumb.
I'm leaning towards rooting for the Chargers, but similarly, like with the Eagles and 49ers, I'm picking New England. So this one is, to me, maybe the most coin flip game of the week. New England was really good this year. It's just their schedule did not allow for a lot of prove it moments.
I'm going Patriots, and I'm going by 2 touchdowns. I don't think it's close in this one. I'm not a believer in Justin Herbert in the playoffs. The Chargers, they can score 20, but the Patriots, with Drake May, they can put up 35 on you. So Patriots over Chargers big.
What do you have? We'll pick the Monday night game on Monday with the armpit against the Steelers. What do you have on first-time quarterbacks?
All right, so this is some playoff debut props. Quarterbacks making their playoff debuts. It's Bryce, it's Caleb, and it's Drake May. Okay, so those are the 3 making their first. How many quarterbacks making their first playoff, their debut, will win this weekend? The over-under is 1.5. And the under is the heavy favorite. The heavy favorite is the under. How many will reach the Super Bowl? Obviously, no is the heavy favorite, 1-4. And then most turnovers. Which quarterback making their playoff debut will have the most turnovers? The favorite is Bryce Young, almost even money.
Bryce Young turned the ball over a ton leading up to it. And yeah, I've got 2 winning this week because it'd be Caleb and Drake.
Yeah, so do I. So you can make 1.5 to 1, 3 to 2 odds.